What's up, y'all? Alrighty. Well, yeah, that was just a song that I made. Playing around with like adding acapellas to some of the beats that I've been making on this thing. Which is actually the topic of a video that I'm going to put out tomorrow, which is some tactics you can use when dealing with vocal samples, acapellas, things like that. So yeah, be sure to check that out if you're interested. Not always necessary to do acapellas on beats, but it can definitely give it a little more energy and kind of make it a little more interesting. Okay, so that was that beat. Let's do a new project here. And yeah, I had an idea for today's session. Yeah, basically the plan here is a few days ago, the Marlo Diggs Patreon sample pack dropped. I think it was probably on Thursday or something. But yeah, basically he's another YouTuber who has Patreon, which he provides monthly samples for. Every month you get a sample pack. So I was thinking we could just check it out, maybe try to flip some of the cool sounds that are in there and see what's what. So let's load it up and try to find a loop. Sounds interesting. And then from there I can get to work. Marlo Diggs, where you at, bro? Here we go. Nope. Number 2. Yeah, and he's got them organized in a pretty cool way. You've got different types of sounds and different folders and stuff. Rhodes, I think these are sounds that he records on his Rhodes. Same thing with the Moog. A lot of places to start. Dude, there's a folder called 202 Crunch. Bro, I gotta check that out. That's like, I was born to work on 202 Crunch samples. Let's take a look. Let me make sure this thing's turned up too. That's that 202 Crunch for sure. I really like this one. Let's see what we can do here. Just gonna put some notes down. Gotta change the tempo though. Okay, let me turn this thing up too. I don't know if I want to normalize it. I'll just do we're gonna increase the dry. And then on this one, I think I want like 2 notes. I want it to climb up a little bit. So maybe I'll do, I want it to kind of go like dun dun. Not too bad. All right, let's get some drums in here. Oh, whoops. All right, this one, I gotta do a quick envelope on this. Give me 1 second here. Gotta make it C4 too. Yeah, and when I'm doing the envelope, usually I just like put a bunch of notes down so I can hear it trigger over and over again. And then from there, I'm kind of like shaping the sound and stuff. I think that's pretty good. Whoops. All right. It's hard to find the right kick. Hey, what's up, Beetlejuice? What's cracking? My fellow matey, um, whatever we call ourselves these days, M8 users. Um, dude, yeah, this kick 890, dude. This thing's it slaps. That's for sure, bro. Don't forget that number. It may come into play later. Okay, we're gonna hit the EQ though. Get it sounded even fatter, if you can believe that. Alright, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, X12 taking a break. Yeah, I'd be off and on it. I think next session I'll probably end up using it, or who knows, maybe when I finish a beat here I'll switch it up. But yeah, not XT in it today, which is no biggie. But yeah, need to get back on it so I don't forget how to use it. But yeah, the XT is fun. I like switching it up. Maybe I can pitch this down, perhaps. Let's see. Not quite satisfied there. I think it was doable, but we're gonna try something else here. Yep, okay. Sampler. I do kind of like that double hat pattern though. This one's interesting. Seems like it's only coming out of the right side though. Let me take a look here. We've got a button for that. We're gonna what do we got? Mono left, mono right. Because yeah, I think it's only coming out of the right side. Let's try. It was coming out of the left side. What the heck? My ears have deceived me. Okay. So this one's good. I guess we'll override it too. Screw it. All right. Oh yeah, we're getting to the swing. Let me tell you. In fact, yeah, what time is it right now? I think it might be micro time. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some micro timing. Cause yeah, we've got these quantized drums and we got to switch it up a little bit. So I've got a handy dandy table configuration for that. If you're not familiar with the M8, know that the table is a way to sequence things in an interesting way. All right, so let's bring this back over here. Okie dokie. All right, let's start nudging these notes around using our good old table hop command. THO, where art thou? Here we go. Okay. Not so bad. All right, let's see what we can do with the kick here. Nice. Yeah, timing that kick was a little tricky. Okay, we've got like 1,000 kicks on this phrase, so we're going to do our classic cloning trick. Delete some from one, some from the other. The illusion of variety. Nice. Oops. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to think if maybe I should do something with the snare, but I can always get into that business later. So yeah, we got a nice groove here. Pattern sounded pretty ill. Let's see what other layers we can add. Oh yeah, maybe I could do an open hat. Let's try that out. Dig that one. Might need to pitch it down though. I might have just messed up there. What did I do? Instrument number 4. Oh no, I pasted it in. Yikes. Okay. Man, I don't even remember what that open hat was too. Shoot. All right. We can start over from scratch, no big deal. All right. Back to shopping around for an open hat. All right, I think that one will work. Okay, let's try not to mess this up again. Instrument 4, and I wanted it to be right here. Oh yeah, I gotta do the micro timing thing on it. All right, and then Pastarillo. Timing's tricky. Let me see because there's a kick here, I think. Yeah, and the kick is table hop 06. So maybe I just need to do this at table hop 06 as well. It's not bad. let's get some other layers here. And we're gonna go back to the Marlowe digs folder, see what else we can dig up. Yeah, so we started in the 202 crunch folder, and it was nice and crunchy. Maybe some Rhodes or Moog. Let's see what we got here. Gotta be digging that one. Idea T. Wonder what that T stands for. But yeah, this one sounds kind of sick. Might have to like figure out how to pepper it in though. Let's see. This one's going to be tricky. Here, so there's like two parts to it. It seems like there's like one initial note or chord or whatever, and then there's another one. So let me try to like get that second one timed a little bit better. And I'm going to use the start command, so we don't have to go to the slice mode just yet, fortunately. So yeah, start command STA, and we're going to have this trigger at the end of the phrase, and it's basically going to queue up that next sound. Because as you can see, I'm putting these like gaps between the phrases. So it's got this 0, 0 here. That's just so it can like play the entire part or whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to queue up that next sound at the end of this phrase so that it plays in the next phrase. Doesn't work out too well when the pitch changes though, because it moves through the sample too quickly. Gonna have to get creative here. Maybe I can do a reverse command, perhaps. Let's see. So I can kind of ping pong it, basically. Play mode, where you at? There we go. Okay. Alright, maybe I should not be so lazy and actually slice it. I think that would probably be the move here. So let's take a look at the waveform. Oh, dude, this thing's long. This is way longer than I thought it would be. We were mostly just working with the first two notes. Let's do some lazy chopping. Gonna have to clean these up in a second here. Yeah, that is definitely the last one. Get my zero crossing here. Go to www.zerocrossing.com. Tell him Jay Immaculate sent you. Oh, man. Might just put some attack on this thing and not really dink around too much here. Okay. Get rid of that. I know, they add lazy chop to this thing and I'm still spending 1,000 years in the good old-fashioned slice mode. Yeah, this one I need to move up. It's a little early. Almost there, fellas. That one's good. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna overwrite that. How many is that, by the way? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Not too bad. All right, so we got 10, and this will give me a little more control over, yeah, basically what sounds are playing and stuff. So I think this will be helpful. Might be kind of hard to pitch it down though, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna just do it phrase by phrase. I've been messing around with the transpose stuff, but sometimes it gets a little hard to manage. Hey, I appreciate that, TJ Sadisa. And then yeah, for 52, this is the one that I want to kind of like do the climb and pitch, kind of like what the other sample's doing. So let's figure out how to do that. Because yeah, I think there is actually I don't know how this works. If the pitch command is gonna trigger a different slice, or if it's gonna control the pitch. So let's try that out. So the pitch command is PIT. PIT, ¿dónde está? There we go. And then these are just, oh, it is doing it for the slice. So it's not changing the slice, which is good. Because yeah, I basically want this same slice to play, but at a higher pitch. Something interesting is going on here. Oh, thanks, Mulfrit. Appreciate that. Or Mulfrit. Anyways, but yeah, so basically this thing, because it's playing at a higher pitch, it's kind of like going to the next part of the sample too quickly. You can hear, here, try listening to like right around where it gets to 9, I think. Bam, bam. So it does like this step down. I don't want it to do that. So I'm gonna try and kill the note, see if that fixes it. A little abrupt though. Maybe I'm gonna put a reverse command down to try to ping pong it. Maybe that'll kind of deal with it. I think that worked. Alright, I think it's time to add some bass. We've gone quite a long way here without doing the low end, so let's see if we can find a good sample. Alright, I think enough of these notes are in key, potentially. I don't even know the key of the sample or what this bass is, but it sounds like it's not too dissonant, which is good. But yeah, let me take a look at the waveform here. Whoa, dude. Look at that big boy right there. You see that on the right, dude? That is a big old bass note. Yeah, I'm going to put some slice markers in this one. It'll make it easier to manage this. And it's going to take a very short amount of time because it's so small. Okay, so number 1 goes right here. Yeah, those high notes are going to be sick. That's a good one. And then last but not least. Whoa, there's something weird at the end. Maybe I should do something about that. Yeah, I'll put another slice marker down, whoa, to like kind of curb that sound or whatever. Gonna have to get a little bit precise here. I think that should be fine. Still kind of a pop at the end, but I don't know. Maybe we can like filter it out or something. Okay, override it. And let's get to laying some notes down. Oh yeah, I have to set it to slice mode, or slice file as well. Something interesting is happening here. It's kind of hard to hear, so let me try turning it up. Yeah, it's gonna take a little work. Yo, Malifrit writes in and asks, can you make a video on ideas for transitions to start a song? Intro, bridge, also using effects, and going beyond the infinite loop. Learn a lot by watching. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, in terms of a video on that, let me make a note of that. I'm gonna copy and paste what you said here, and I'm gonna add it to my list of what you call it. Come on, copy it. Oh shoot. Yeah. Copy. Yep. Cool. Cause yeah, I think that's a great idea. I will tell you though, I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to that kind of stuff. Usually what I do is kind of like make loops and sort of have that kind of play out and whatnot. But yeah, I've been trying to work more on creating sections for like, yeah, like a hook, moving towards other things, how to start beats off and stuff. So yeah, man, I'll give it some thought and yeah, I'll see if I can turn a video out of it. But I appreciate you saying that. Space might be too heavy, but I'm into it. Gotta get the timing right though. I gotta kind of like kill it off too, because it kind of lingers a little too long. Which I could do with an envelope, but I think I'll try just using this VOL command to see what this does. And then yeah, this last bar, I need it to match the other kind of notes that are going on. So I'm gonna have to have it climb up to a higher pitch. Or maybe not, because I guess by the time this one plays, it is kind of going back down. Oh, whoops. Sounds funky. Yeah, I'm telling you, these bass lines, sometimes they just like do themselves, and other times you really gotta finagle it. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to do, is like go down and then back up. Boom, boom. Nice. All right, I'm feeling that bass line. Sounded pretty chill. We got 2 tracks left. Gosh darn it. I wonder what we should put on those. We're going to try this one on for size, see what's what. But yeah, with the horn, you don't want it to come in too much, so I'm going to have to find a good interval to play it at. But I like the sound of it, for sure. Whoops. So yeah, maybe like every other bar, perhaps. Nice. And yeah, so what I was doing here was I put this start command in because I kind of wanted the second part of that horn sample to come in a little bit earlier because it goes like bum bum, and I want it to go like bum bum, like a little bit faster basically. And you can use the start command to move essentially the playhead of when the sample's playing back. You can make it go a little quicker. And so I see there's a perk folder in here. I feel like the rhythm section could use a little bit more, variety. So let's see what we got in here. We're gonna put that one on the maybe list. What the hell is that? I feel obligated to try it just because it's so wacky. Yeah, what is this thing? Dude, you could build like a whole beat around this like crazy loop. Okay, let's just put it down and see what it does. Pitch it down. I'm really interested in that kind of like metallic sound, so let me do like a high pass filter and see if maybe we can just isolate that. We're getting somewhere here. Okay, next up is I want to kind of add a new rhythm to it. All right, let me take a look here at the chat. Zybes writes in and asks, have a M8 for months. Do you have any beginner tutorials on how to make music like this? Ambient music, house music. That's a good question, Zybes. Yeah, for house and ambient, I'm not really sure. I mostly work in like kind of hip hop type genres. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different tutorials. I feel like most of what you're gonna find is more of the kind of like chiptune-y type stuff that this device kind of has its legacy in. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what tutorials come to mind in terms of being helpful. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really familiar enough with those genres to be able to point you in the right direction there. But yeah, plenty of resources out there, so definitely shop around and see. I mean, I do have some videos about like the sort of hip hop side of it, slicing samples and that sort of thing. But yeah, those are a little bit trickier for me. But yeah, if anyone else in the chat knows of a good place to start for ambient or house music, definitely drop it in there and let everyone know what's up. Is it possible to play those genres? Oh, like, can you do ambient music or house music on this? Like, totally. Well, ambient, I'm not super familiar. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do ambient. So I'm going to say that. House, like 100%. Yeah, you can get the nice 4 on the floor type pattern and just like, you know, go to town basically. So yeah, I think house I can confidently say you can do, and then ambient is sort of like, I think so, is my best answer. All right, let's try to, yeah, no problem, man. Let's try to wrangle this thing. And yeah, so my plan with this is it's looping and it sounds pretty chill, but I want to use these start commands to create like kind of a cool rhythm with it. Dang, so that's looping all right. Sounds pretty interesting. And yeah, basically what I did there was I just put a bunch of these start commands down and I was just punching in sort of random numbers to kind of give it a little bit of a weird playback, I guess. Which is a cool thing to do with this device is you can kind of like very precisely control certain aspects like when the sample is triggering and stuff like that. Bro, with delay, sounded pretty interesting. All right, I've been having a lot of fun with that noise. Oh, dude, that was the 8th track. Crap. Let's see. Can probably consolidate things a little bit. This has a lot of open space, so maybe I can fit another layer, like sort of in between the horn chops. Yeah, I'm kind of looking for like piano maybe, or maybe like an electric guitar. I feel like would work well in this composition. All right, I keep listening to this. Let me try to hear it isolated. Dude, there's like a heavy low end on it, but I like the piano. I think it's too muddy though. Let's keep looking around. Dang, I kind of vibe on this like acoustic guitar pluck. It's a little plucky, but I don't give a pluck, dude. I'm down. I'm down to check it out. Let's see. It's got a weird gap at the beginning though. What's up with that, Marlo Diggs? Why are you putting gaps at the beginning? Yeah, I'm down with that. Overwrite. Dude, it didn't do anything. I gotta crop it first. Okay, crop. There you go. Overwrite. And then yeah, I'm gonna pepper this in a couple places, see what we can do. Probably just put some notes down, I guess. 70, 80. Yeah, we'll do 90 for this one, just to help keep track of it. then this one I want to be a higher pitch to match the way that the other sample chops are going. So let's clone this phrase and then 2 semitones maybe. Dude, that note, that sounds pretty sick. All right, let's hear it from the top here. All right, so that's pretty chill. It's a nice loop, and this is the part that I always get stuck at when it comes to this device. It's like I create the loop, I like the way it sounds, and then I just don't want to do anything else to it. But yeah, I think we're gonna try and challenge ourselves here to build something else, maybe like a B section or something. So yeah, maybe I could do like an alternate kind of original sample playback. And there's actually still a lot of slices to work with on, can't remember which track that was. This one, I think. Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do is, let me like get all this stuff out of here. And then let's just listen to it with the drums and the original sample. Oh, whoops. But yeah, and then I'm gonna put some zeros down just to like, I can't remember why I do this, but it's important, I think. And then now that I think about it, I'm gonna put this one away too and bring 50 back in, but I'm gonna clone it. 51. And then for this one, we'll start working with, because yeah, I think these chops, I want to like use some different ones here. Sounds kind of weird. Okay, so yeah, let's start at 53. And what slice was I working on there? So these ones have C1, C sharp 1, and that's it. So what is after C sharp 1? That'd be D1. So let's put a D1 note down and just see what it is. Keep doing that. this one cuts off a little early, so I'm gonna have to put something a little bit later in it. Or I could reverse it too. Let's see what that sounds like. Play mode 2, 1. All right, not too bad. Now let's bring 10 back in and see if I need to adjust these at all. I feel like this one maybe needs a different pitch. Let me try. Nice. We got kind of an interesting B section building up here. This is great. I'm glad that I'm practicing this. Okay. Let's see if the bass works as well. I might have to make some changes to this one too, but let's find out. Yeah, I think I also have to change the third bar and maybe the fourth bar too. So we're going to copy it and then third bar. Okay, I think I need to bring the pitch of this one up too. Nice, that sounds pretty chill. And let's see if 70 works as well. think I want third bar. Y'all know the drill. Third bar needs to go down in pitch, not stay the same. Okay, so let's clone it, and see what lower notes we can do here. Change this one too. Whoa, what did that do? What? Pray tell, what is going on? Oh, the instrument got changed. Who did that? Who said that could happen? Okay, these need to be 9. That note is interesting. I did not expect it to work like that because it's a little bit different than all the other ones. I don't think I've used B3 yet, but yeah, that turned out pretty sick. And then 80 is the percussion loop, so this should fit. That percussion loop is wacky, but I like it. It gives me like Tom Scott vibes for some reason. Some like 80s Tom Scott type stuff. All right, so let's build this out a little bit, right? So I think I could do, yeah, the original sequence and then this sequence and then the original sequence and then this sequence. I think that's how it works in my head, but let's find out. So 10, 20, 30, 40, those would all be the same. 50, 60, 70. So yeah, I think this will loop. Oh man, I totally forgot. I gotta do some stuff here. I need to make sure that they're all 4 phrases long. Each of the chains should be 4 phrases. And what that'll do is it'll make sure that it all moves through the sequence at the same pace. Because we don't want no polyrhythms. No offense to any polyrhythms out there, but we do not want to do that on this one. So we are almost set here. And I think they all have 4 at this point. Yep. This one is yep. Oh, this one has 2. All right. Okay, let's check it out. Nice. That has sounded super duper chill. Glad that we worked on that additional section there. So yeah, Kevin Guaman writes in and says, could the M8 do something like Ryoji Ikeda's music? Like, for example, Ultrasonics 04. Nice jam, by the way. Thank you for saying that about the jam. I appreciate it. I'm not very familiar with Ryoji Ikeda's music. I'm going to look that person up because it sounds sick. Ultrasonics, like what sort of genre is that? Tell me about that. Nice. Okay, cool. That is probably the extent to which I can build this track out. So that was fun. Oh, and then let me save it too. Can I save it while it's playing? Sure can. That's what's up. All right, so that one's been saved. I'm going to save it again just in case because redundancy never hurts. And yeah, let's load up a new project, I guess, and keep shopping around. I think I've got it in me to do one more, perhaps, potentially. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any other wacky sonic experiments we could conduct while we're here. I did kind of want to try to figure out how to use the, what is this thing called? It's like an external instrument render or something. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to figure it out on stream though, but I do want to do my homework on it so that I can share the knowledge with you all, because that was one of the features that was added in 5.0 was like, I guess it's a way to kind of like, while your sequence is playing, you can like record notes on an external controller that become like a sample or something. So yeah, again, I'm going to do my homework and teach you all what's up once I figure that out. But yeah, for now, let's build something from scratch. So thank you for clarifying, Kevin. Electro glitch, ambient, minimalist, and experimental. Visual electronic artist with some interesting records. It's amazing now that yeah, man, FM, I don't get into synthesis too much on this thing, and I think it's a problem because I'm missing out on some cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, electro glitch, I think that seems very possible. You can get into some really wacky stuff on this thing with like tables and stuff in terms of like having sort of glitchy stuff happen at various intervals, triggered by chance, stuff like that. So that seems like it's definitely doable. Ambient, I've heard people make ambient music or I've heard of people that do that, but I don't know specifically what the capabilities are with that, but I think it would be possible. Minimalist, experimental. Yeah, man, this is ticking all the boxes. Minimalist for sure. You only get 8 tracks, and there's only one voice of polyphony on each track, so you're kind of minimal in that regard. I would say it's possible, man. I would say it is very possible, but definitely look around and see if other people are using the M8 like that, for sure. All right, let's load up a sample, see what else we can find. We were starting in the 202 Crunch folder. I don't know if you all remember that. 202 Crunch. That was good. It's a good place to start. Let's see what we can find in Rhodes. Sounds a little hot. This one's quiet. Dang, that sounds sick, man. This is a long one, so probably gonna have to chop it up. Man, we got Lonnie listed on the keys over here, dude. I'm telling you, Marlo is jamming out on these things. This is dope. And there's a lot to work with. Yeah, let me put some slice markers down and we can get busy. Okay, so we're gonna lazy chop it. Did that one a little early. Let me just fix that. Nice. Yeah, no problem, man. No, glad you're using Headless to get down on this thing. I went straight into the device. I did not get a chance to use Headless. But yeah, it's probably a similar experience. Just out of curiosity, with Headless, what do you control it with? Do you have like a gamepad, or are you doing like some other kind of using just keyboard and mouse or whatever, or keyboard, I guess? What are you doing with Headless? I'd like to know. Nope, don't want that one. Dang, these are all really nice notes. Oh wait. I don't want to chop it too fine because then it might be hard to like really sequence something, but there's a lot of cool sounds in here. Gotta move this one up. All right, come on. Oh. Yeah, this has sounded super sick. Can't wait to get to work on this thing. That's the thing with this device though, is the chops can be a process. Lazy Chop's dope though. Did that too early. Much better. Nice, that's a good spot. Nice, okay, cool. Using the computer, that's what's up. Game emulation console. Yeah, I've seen people use it with like the Steam Deck. I've seen people run this thing on. I remember it was like kind of complicated for them to do that. So yeah, emulation would work for sure. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to mess around with, even if you're not using samples, although I primarily use samples. But yeah, they've got a lot of built-in sounds that you can just kind of mess around with and stuff, which is cool. Wow, all those slices. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let me tighten this one up. There we go. Don't you love it when you can just see the waveform and you know that's where it's supposed to start? Let me bring this one back a little bit. All right, I think we're good. I don't want to spend all evening on this thing, even though it's only the afternoon. Overwrite, yes. And yeah, okay, so now we get to set it to slice mode. Shoopa-doopa-doo. And then let's see if we can come up with a sick pattern. And let's not forget that I am at 120 BPM. So I think we need to bring that down. First things first. God, I'm like so bad at navigating. Okay. Let's do 80. We'll start at 90, I guess. And then maybe we can dial it in once we get some notes in. All right. Dude, I like that. Seems like it starts a little bit late though. Let me use the STA command to like dial it in a little bit. And then I think now we can bring the pitch down. All right, now let's bring some drums in. Dude, these snares sound crazy. Dude, that guitar sounds right. I think this will sound good pitch down. Let's see what's what. Oh god. That schmack. Alright, so that's C4. I like A sharp 3. Yeah, we're gonna make that work. Yeah, this is a nice snare. I think it fits pretty well. All right, next up, let's get a kick drum. Dude, I gotta get rid of all these doo-doo kicks in my freaking kicks folder. Like, what is that? Is that really a kick? J-Maculate, is that really a kick? I don't think so. Maybe this one, though. There was some cool stuff at the end here. I dig this one. We're gonna have to do some work on it, though, because it's got a little bit of vinyl, whatchamacallit, on it. But yeah, I think with an envelope, we should be able to make quick work here. Yeah, and it's still got kind of that high-end noise on it, but we can, yeah, maybe the EQ is the place to deal with that. Yeah, the crackle, it's a nice artifact in there. it reminds you that I get some of my samples from vinyl, so it's a message in a sense. But yeah, Kevin, you're asking, have I tried to make dub techno? Okay, so I do kind of want to answer this question. So I have tried. Here, I'll play the track. You got to promise not to laugh at me though, because I'm not super familiar with those genres. But I did kind of want to see like what was the big deal there. So oh wait, I gotta save this first. Here, we'll listen to a loop. I'm gonna save it and then we'll play something else really quick. Okay, I saved it. So let's here. We're gonna switch gears just a little bit. Hang with me. And yeah, it was this one. Thai is what I named the song. So this was my attempt at. I think this is what you would consider dub techno, but I'm not entirely sure. You tell me. Yeah, so I didn't really know what I was doing there, but I was interested in testing out some like polyrhythm stuff. So basically, the reason why the percussion kind of sounds like it's dynamic, but it's not really, is because I have these commands in the sequence, these hop commands that basically, as the sequence is playing, it like brings the sequence back to the top before it gets to the end. So it kind of like, yeah, basically the length of the phrases are different. It's a different number of steps in each phrase, which allows it to kind of like evolve a little bit. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. See how it keeps jumping back up. This one too is 15 steps instead of 16. I think this is a hi-hat. This is the kick drum maybe? This is. Oh, this is that like kind of like Rhodes sample or whatever it is. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for clarifying that it's not dub techno. But yeah, it was an interesting, I guess maybe it's house or something. I don't know. See, once I exit the hip hop space, I'm just like totally have no idea how to describe anything. So But yeah, I'm sure you could make dub techno. I don't have any examples though, unfortunately. Okay, let's get back to work on our project, which was Stream B. No, that's not it. It was this one. Nice. All right, so we need a hi-hat. And then I'll get a little groovy with the rhythm once we get the hi-hat. Said stop. Dang, yeah, this one sounds cool. It's got something on it though. I feel like there's like a bongo in the background. Something interesting there, but we're gonna work with it. And I think pitching it down is probably gonna be the ticket here. It's a little loud too. Yeah, really had to detune the hell out of that one. Yeah, normally I'm pitching things down like 1 or 2 semitones. That's like 6, but it sounds dope. And then yeah, you saw me add a little bit of degrade on there too. Gets the hi-hat a little bit. Gives it a slightly different character. It's a little more crunchy, I guess you could describe it as. So yeah, that sounded pretty sick. But yeah, let's get some micro timing going on here in the mix. We gotta nudge these notes around. Gonna mess around with the velocity too. Dude, heck yeah. Suspended notes. It's a good question. Thank you for asking. Could I talk a little bit more about how I'm doing the micro timing? And that is, yes, like I said, it's a great question. The micro timing on this device is tricky because of the fact that it only has a low resolution. It's like, I think it's 24 parts per quarter note or something like that. So specifications aside, the way that I'm doing micro timing on this device is I use a table configuration, which is not mine by design. I found it on the M8 Discord, so I'm not professing to be the progenitor of this, but basically, yeah. The way it works is you set this table up in such a way where it's got all these tick-ff values, and then it's got the hop at the top, and then towards the bottom it has a retrigger. So what this is doing is, oh man, here, let me go to the hi-hat track here. All right, so these are all my hi-hat notes, right? And they all have this table hop command. So this is telling the sequence to jump to a certain row of the table. So this is telling it to jump to row 5, row 3, row 5, row 4, etc. And what the table is doing is when it jumps to row 5, it starts here, and then it waits, I forget how many milliseconds these things are, tick-ff. It's like 20 milliseconds or 5 milliseconds or something. I don't know. Basically, it's telling it to wait a short interval, and then it goes to the next row. Wait a short interval. Go to the next row. Wait a short interval. So it's basically delaying how frequent it's playing, or not how frequent. It's delaying the trigger of the note, because when it hits this row, it's playing at 0 volume, waits 5 milliseconds, 0 volume, waits 5 milliseconds, etc. until it gets to the bottom, and then it plays it at full volume. So I'm going to press play here, and let's take a look at what it's doing. So see how it's like kind of starting at certain points. It's mostly like 5, 3. And yeah, so basically it's just like delaying the playback of the note. And what you can do with that is, so you can see, here, let me make a clone of this so you can kind of see it in action. So I'll turn it off, or I'll set it to 0, right? So it's perfectly quantized. And then I'll move this to 2, and you'll hear it nudge backwards. And as I increase this number, it's going to bring it closer to the fully quantized version. I don't know. It's hard to explain in the context of a stream like this, but I do have a video about it. So yeah, if you check the videos that I've uploaded, there's one that I think it's specifically called Micro Timing Methods on the M8 or something like that. I would definitely recommend checking that out just to like get a more organized explanation of how it works and not just listening to me ramble about it. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm using a table configuration to get micro timing, to answer your question. Yeah, man, for sure. Thanks for asking. All right, let's add some kick notes here. Okay, so we got a nice basic rhythm section. I think we can come back to these chops and see what else we can do. Yeah, I kind of want something a higher pitch, but these chops are not doing what I want them. I think I need to add a start command here to like start it a little bit sooner. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll have this be like the end of this 4-bar section, and then I'll have something else on this first half of it. Dang, yeah, maybe this one is not the one. Let's keep shopping around. Oh, that was the last slice. That sounds dope. Might have to do a start one here. Kind of want it to come in a little later. All right, I like the timing of that. I think it's time though for some bass. We gotta get the low end in here. Yeah, I think this one fits pretty well. Might have to do like a filter on it though, because it's a little bit what you call it, a little bit on the high end there. Okay, this is the tough part on the M8 though, is like coming up with these bass lines when in fact you cannot play them live. You have to sort of just drop notes in and see what works. Let me just like think about where I want the bass to be. Yeah, I kind of want it to be like boom, 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 boom. Something like that. Dang, yeah, it's like basically I had to bring it down a whole octave, but I guess those notes were kind of in the high end, which is why, or the higher notes, because that's why we could hear them. Yo, Flex Vanity writes in and asks, yo, do you load vinyl samples into the M8 through an audio editor, or are those factory samples? It's a good question. They are not factory samples, or, well, I guess it kind of depends on what you mean by factory samples. But yeah, in terms of getting them on the M8, yeah, I put them on the SD card. They come from my computer, which I get, I get samples from a lot of different places. Like I record them through various methods and sources, you know, YouTube, vinyl, etc. Yeah, a lot of different places. But yeah, is that what you mean by factory samples? Like you mean it's like a sample pack versus stock sounds that come with like the M8 or something? Yo, D4 though, dude? That sounds sick. And that's D3 up an octave, which is crazy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, these are not the M8 stock sounds. These are samples that I've added. But I'm telling you, man, M8's cool because you can just, if you've got a sample library, something you've been working on or been collecting sounds for a long time, all you gotta do is put them on the SD card and they are like plug and play, ready to go. They just have to be like 16-bit or at least 16-bit. I think they could be 24-bit too, maybe even 32, but I'm not sure. All right, I don't think that's horribly out of key, but no expert, so fingers crossed there. All right, bass is sounding pretty sick. We need more layers though, more layers. What else can we do? Let's see what else Marlo Diggs has got for us. What is that all about? Dude, that sounds sick. He put some delay on that or something. We're gonna let's rock with it. See what we can do. Whoops, did not mean to have it pitched down. plug and play, I would say, but maybe we can do something more interesting with it. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Dude, this repeat sample is sick. The problem with it though is when I pitch it up and down, it's gonna like throw the timing off a little bit because I think the delay on it is like kind of tempo synced or something. But it seems like he hooked it up with at least a few different pitches of it. So yeah, we can always just load up a couple and trigger them as they go. So let's see. I don't know where I want it though. Yeah, it seems like maybe right here. And that's the one that I want pitched down. So let's do another one here. Clone it. And then yeah, this one we're gonna have be instrument 7. And I'll just load up one of the other ones that he's got there. And I think what I'll do is I'll copy this instrument and then paste it into the 7 slot. And then from there I can just pull up the next one. Not that I've done much with it, but if I had like a filter added or stuff like that, it would be good to copy it first. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm going to paste it. And then I want something lower than this. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'll use 1. Okay, let's see if this works in the way it works in my mind. Sounded pretty dope, I think. If I do say so myself. All right, so one more track left, but we also have some flex space here. Particularly, yeah, in some of these phrases, or chains I mean. We've got some empty phrases, so I could probably put some sounds in there as well. So there's still room. And there's always the option of consolidating the kick and the snare track into a single track. Many possibilities for dealing with the limited number of tracks here.
Gotta hook up the boombox.
I'm sorry, I can't concentrate.
Yeah, let's double check this perk folder and make sure we're not missing any wacky sounds. What? Okay, this is what I used on the last beat. Check my personal stash, see what we got. Perk. Yeah, maybe like a shaker or something? I don't even know. Kind of dig this. I know I said shaker and then I click on the clay folder like a fool. This thing sounds pretty tight though. And obviously we're gonna need to do some micro timing here. We need the micro timing to be activated. So I'm gonna copy my handy dandy table configuration that I was talking about earlier. And let's bring it in here. Whoa, ooh. Right here. Oh man, did I screw that up? Nope, there we go. Table hop, where art thou? Okay, here we go. Dude, putting them right next to each other has like a very interesting rhythm to it. It kind of like shakes the shaker a little bit more, if that makes sense. All right, and I've got a clever idea for this one, which is not going to have us burn an entire track on just this, you know, sort of end shaker thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take phrase 80, PH80, and we're going to put it into this one. So this is the horn with the or female vocalist or whatever that is. But I think if I put 80 here, it'll still play through this entire thing, and then it'll just do the shaker at the end. So we can save a little bit of space and not have to waste track 80 or track 8 on phrase 80. So let's see if this works. Nice. So we're a little more efficient there, not wasting this whole track, this whole darn track. But yeah, what else can we add to this? Maybe like a string or something? Whoops. That's what I was thinking. This one's kind of tricky though. Well, first off, let me turn it down. Kind of bury it in the mix. And then I'll play with the pitch a little bit. Dang it. I need to set it to ping pong as well. Trying to find the right pitch. Definitely not lower. I feel like E4 is maybe what I'm looking for. Kind of messed that up. Nice. Okay, cool. I think this one sounded pretty chill. Probably need to do more variety and stuff like that, but can always get into that later. But yeah, I've been rocking it for a while now, so I think I'm going to call it at this point. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks for everyone asking questions. Big shout out to the folks that were engaging in the chats. If you have questions or anything, always feel free to let me know, whether in the chat or through comments on the videos, etc. But yeah, I'm going to call it quits here. But again, thanks for rocking out with me and hope to catch you on the next one. Peace.